Good evening, everybody. Welcome to True School Sports. Once again, we're here to talk some more boxing. The title, the title of tonight's discussion is, and I won't be long tonight because I got a lot of lives tomorrow. But Tank Davis, Tank Davis seems to come out and really say that he might sounds like he might be leaving. Sounds like he might be leaving Mayweather and long nose Ellaby. I'm happy if that really happens. How do you know, Jose Pina? I really hope that really happens. I mean, I think Floyd Mayweather came out earlier in the year and said that he wants to keep all the boxing in-house. I guess with PBC and Al Heyman and Mayweather, his fighters in the stable, and I think that's actually bullshit. And it's not fair to Tank Davis. I've been really hard on Tank Davis because Tank Davis. I've been saying for years he's been on the fucking witness protection plan, and I really don't I blame him, but I can see why he's frustrated. He hasn't got the fights ready with Garcia, Haney, Lomachenko, just to name a few, and he's very frustrated with that. So I see why he can come out and say the things that he's saying and being frustrated. But like he said, he's even frustrated about getting this fight done. They said this fight that's made with the fighter better known as Romero. He said he's actually fighting this clown. So you could tell. I think he's very frustrated with a lot of things that Mayweather and Ellaby has done. Has been holding him back for a long time. And I think for me, it's like the best thing that if he leaves Mayweather, leave Ellaby behind, because at the end of the day, you got a great record, you got everything going your way. Why sit there and just fight the fighters that they want you to fight, and they don't want to put you in there and test you with the bigger fighters that you're capable of beating or being in that level. And that being said, Tank knows, he knows his level, but he can't do nothing because he's caught between two people that don't want to get him out there and put him out there with the best. And I mean, the best fight that he's probably had of late is probably with Rolly. That's coming up now, Rolly Romero, and that's really a shame because this guy got a lot of talent. He's from Baltimore, and we know what the talent that Tank Davis has. But because Mayweather, for some reason, got him like I said before, in the winner's protection plan, it seems that he doesn't really care about his legacy or his career going forward. So I hope that. I truly hope that he actually does leave. That he actually go ahead and leave Mayweather and long nose Ellaby. It's better for him where he goes from here. I mean, he's got options. He's got all the networks, or he can just be himself and become a free agent. It's all up to him what he wants to do. He can go ahead and go with Showtime. He can go ahead and go with Showtime. You got Zone. You got Pro Labellum. You got, Boxer if he wants to go to the UK. You got Frank Warren. You got a lot of options. It's up to him what he really wants to do. But he needs to go ahead and get down with a promoter that's actually going to look out for him, take care of him, and make his life and fighting a lot better than these guys have. Because at the end of the day, he's only eventually going to get older. You got to fight him at his prime. You got to put him out there with the best. And if you don't go out there and put him out there, you only can blame yourself for making the decision, staying with him. But if Tank Davis says that his contract is up and he wants to move on, I think that's the best thing. I think he's finally manning up and starting to see that Mayweather and Long Ellaby are not there to look out for his interests at all. And that's, like I said, that's very frustrating for him. And people want to see Tank fight the Haneys, Lomachenkos, the Garcias, Romeros, anybody who wants to fight. But if he doesn't get those fights in there, and he's fighting, I mean, the last 4 fights he had, he fought Pitbull Cruz, which was a replacement because of what happened to Rolly Romero. That wasn't even his fault. And then that was a replacement for him. Then he fought a broken horse in Gamboa. You can look at that also. Gamboa was at one time was a decorated featherweight, but you see him now, he's burnt out. I mean, he's not as good as he was back then. And then, then fighting him, Mario Barrios. So you can't help but being, you got all the talent in the world, and you're being held back. You can't help but get frustrated at Mayweather and at fucking long nose Ellaby. And that being said, the last 4 fights that Tank Davis has had has been literally has been spent 4 pay-per-views. He's been popular in boxing. People don't like him, so I really want to see him go ahead and get the fights that he deserves, because if anybody deserves to fight and fight the levels of fighting that anybody needs, it's Tank Davis. And I've always said he's been in a witness protection plan from the get-go, but I know sometimes it takes a while for somebody to open up their eyes and see, like, you know what, I'm getting screwed here. I'm not getting who the fights I want. I ain't getting the fighters that I want to get. So why should I stay with the stables that just not even looking out for me? And if we look in the past, there's been other Mayweather fighters that actually left the stable because they got promised all this glimmer and all this light and everything. But it came down to it. It never paid out. It never panned out for him. So I would like to see Tank move on, man up, and actually to become a free agent, sign with whoever you want to sign with. You did, like I said, you got the Zone, you got Showtime, you got all kinds of options. Tank, it's all up to you what you want to do. I think if you're starting to see the light, and starting to see that Mayweather and them, and people could say, oh yeah, Mayweather has all the money, Mayweather has all the light, and all this other shit. And they say, oh yeah, they made you a lot of money. No, let's not get twisted. Mayweather didn't make Gervonta Davis money. He had to go out there and fight and kick some ass and show his talents out there and show the people what he's worthy of. And I think if he feels disrespected by Mayweather or by a long-nosed LB, then I think for me that he needs to go ahead and fucking move on. Seriously, I think he needs to move on and find himself fighting where he can get a chance to fight the Lomachankos of the world, to fight Garcia, to fight Haney, to fight even Cambosis. All these guys that are out there want to fight, even to fight Teofimo if he wants to move out to 140, because one thing about a Tank, he can move. He's moved up to 140. I think when he fought Barrios, he put him at 140. So he's capable of moving up to 140 and has the option to do that. What's going on, Sibling Party? What's going on, man? Love Rastafari fight. What's up, Rastafari fight? You must be Jamaican. What's going on, man? Rastafari, yeah, Rastafari, yeah. So basically, I hope the Tank really wakes up and leaves them after this fight and moves on and goes to a promotional company or become a free agent himself and get the fights that he needs to get in 130 or 135 or 140, which he really does needs to get. But right now, I think he's in his prime. I would love to see Tank fight a guy like Haney, or fight Lomachenko, or fight Ryan Garcia, even if Ryan Garcia's coming on, he's coming, or fight the fighter better known as Rolly Romero, or fight all the 135s that are out there for him. How you doing, Galactus? Davis has been fed easy fights for very high pay. Unless he starts fighting the top level fighters he has been calling out for 5 years, we will not believe in David. Yeah, at the same time, I think that's what it's coming to. Mayweather wants to not get him the fights that he got, because obviously Mayweather's got all the money in the world and can put him a bigger fights for anybody. If any name behind the promotion that could do it, it's Mayweather. But let's be real. Neither him or LB want to do that for Davis. They want to use him as the gold bar, so to speak, of the investment of that promotion to bring light on their investment. But they don't want him to go forward and do progress his career and make his legacy. And I think that's unfair by Mayweather. Mayweather should know better than that. He had to go through all kinds of shit to get his legacy going, to fight the best, to whatever, even the older guys in their time or whatever. But he made it happen for himself. So why would he want to hold a guy like a Tank not able to go forward and do what he's supposed to do? I think Tank deserves that and deserves the respect from a legend like Mayweather. After all, he's been making you money. Yeah, he's been getting paid enough, but it's not his fault that both him and Mayweather don't want to put him up with the big dogs. So, but at the same time, I could see me frustrating, me as a fighter, that bring up frustration on me. Like, I'm sitting here 4 years with you, waiting for you to make these fights for me. You don't do it. It's more or less like the same thing what happened with more or less, I'm not going to say it's the exact same thing, but with Crawford and old man Bob Arum. Arum didn't make that big fight that he wanted with Spencer. He told him, go fuck yourself. See you later. I don't want nothing to do with you. And I think that Tank should probably put the finger up their asses and move on from them. You don't need them, Tank. You can go by yourself, and you can go get the fights you want and get the promoters behind you. Ricardo says, as the girl says, hey, man, so what's up with, man? Tank is a very good fighter. Saludos from Nicaragua. Tank se debería ir, yeah, tiene que irse. Bendiciones a todo Nicaragua. Bendiciones a Chocolatito, a todos tus países que tienen una leyenda ahí bien buena, y que Dios siempre te bendiga el país de ustedes. Que Dios lo bendiga. Yeah, I think Tank can go a lot of places. I think he's capable of doing it. He's got everything behind him, but people are sending this up to him, but it's really not. It's actually the promoters that are holding a lot of. Look what happened with the fight with Jaime Magia and Jamal Charlo. Everything's either the promoters or the managers. Promoters or the managers. So sometimes you have to say, "Fuck you, promoters. Fuck you, managers. I'm going to try it on my own." I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I mean, I know there's politics in boxing, but I'm just telling you the way I see it. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. All 15 you please hit that like button if you haven't. I guess we'll see what happens. But I think that Tank Davis is starting to see the light. Like he's starting to see other fighters that are not worthy getting the better fights, but level fighters that he should be fighting, and him being able to know that he wants that top level fighting competition against him. He's not. It's eating up inside that he can't fight them and prove he's worthy, because now he's hearing the public say you've been on winning protection plan. You're not fighting the best. You're fighting a fucking broke leg, one-legged horse in Gamboa, right? And then you go ahead and fight a fucking half decent. I don't really like him at all. Mario Barrios, fucking waste if you ask me. And then you go in and who's the other one I said? Gamboa, Mario Barrios, and then you got Pitbull Cruz, was probably the best fight out of all that I feel that you had that actually showed you out, and you didn't want to go ahead and have a rematch with. So that being said, those are not quality fights. Those are not quality fighters for you, Tank, and you know it. You know to be up there with the best. Está vivo. Yo quiero eso ahora. Por aquí. Raw Dog said Adorno or Rivera. Oh, I got Rivera. I'm big on Adorno. I seen Adorno. He's from Puerto Rico. Thank you, baby. He's from Puerto Rico. He does a lot of things real well. And but I seen him in Orlando. He hasn't really impressed me. I'm big on Michel Rivera. I think he's gonna the next coming in the lightweights, and people better watch out for him. I think he's gonna beat the fuck out of Adorno. I honestly think that. People better not sleep on him. He look like, there's a reason why he look like Muhammad Ali. He's got the skills. He's got everything, and I got the tools. I'm going with Rivera. Yeah, Eddie Morales, I'm just grinding because my son's not here right now, but I'm sure he'll come in today. I don't know when he's going to come. I talked to him earlier. I was doing something for him. I just got back. I had to go like 45 miles away from the house to take care of something he had to get done. So I'm just trying to keep the channel going, and you guys giving me the feedback and talking back and forth with me. It's only going to help it better for my channel, for my son's success, and for mine. I really appreciate it. What's going on, Sibling Party? When it says, I don't even know. I'm actually dying to see if that fight even been confirmed or what's going on with that, or just keeping it tight lip. I haven't heard anything since them going back and forth on Twitter, and Haney say he's gonna go out there and make the fight. So I haven't heard nothing about that fight. But let me tell you something: if that fight comes out, so be it. But if Tank Davis becomes a free agent, or he signs with a true promoter that want to promote him and get him the fights that he wants, so be it, man. You might have to throw him to the mix, because I'm starting to see a different. I'm starting to see a different Tank Davis. I'm starting to see that he's starting to see the light and say, you know what? I can't be around these two fools right here because they're not doing nothing better for me but keeping me in the cage house. I don't got time for that. Yeah, I heard about the Pro Box promotion. It's got I think Roy Jones, and it's got Magic Man from Orlando. I forgot his name. He's a talented lightweight. Not lightweight, super lightweight. And he's got a son that's going to box also. So, yeah, I've heard about. Very good. It's got Paul Malajani on it also. So, you got Paulie involved with that. It's actually good. Yeah, there's a lot of fights going on. Tomorrow is like all kinds of fights. You got the Joshua, you got the Josh Harrington with Kiki Martinez rematch after 5 years, second rematch. You got Miguel Berchelt against Jeremiah Nirayo or something like that, fighting tomorrow. You got the card that I think is the best of all of them that I'm crazy about. It's the card with what's his name? Tim Tszyu making his debut in America, and the debut in America against Terrell Gaius. That's going to be a good fight, a good fight there. And then the other cards, I'm even more for it. Michelle Rivera against Bless Hands O'Donnell, and then you got Elvis Rodriguez, who's played a good time when he gets a knockdown. I really like him a lot too, so I'm very, very excited for tomorrow. And like you said, there's so many boxing cards going on, but you're only going to pick the ones you can pick. You can't always be there for everything. I can only probably give a summary, or Brenda can make videos on the other ones, and that's it. 22, you guys, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Give me all your comments, whatever you want to do. I really appreciate it. Oh shit! Right now. Oh, they're right now on YouTube. Oh wow, I didn't even know that. I just got in right now. Like I told you, I was 45 miles away from my house, taking care of something for my son Brandon. I just got back in the house, and I want to just talk a little bit about the boxing, because I know tomorrow it's gonna be a lot going on. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for those fights right now. I'm just gonna talk a little bit, and you know, I gotta rest my voice, and tomorrow I gotta go live. If Brandon goes live, I'll go live, and I gotta call the fights that like I told you, I'm gonna be there for the Showtime for sure. I want to be for the Top Rank. I don't know if they both coincide with each other, but I have to check the time schedule. Probably should really go live for the Pro Box promotion card right now. It's really good. Oh, it is? Okay. I know he would just tell me right now. It's on. It's actually on. I see who was fighting on there. I see some of the fighters that was on there in Orlando. I think they're fighting from over there. So I seen. I took a look at it. I might, but let me just continue talking, and we'll see. Because like I said, I got a long day tomorrow. What's going on, Raw Dog? Yeah. Oh, Raw Dog, what you say? He's gonna try, or he's gonna make a splash tomorrow? It's one or the other. You can't say he's gonna try or he's gonna make a splash. He's either gonna do it or he's not. I like Tim Tszyu. I like what he brings to the table. I like his attitude. I like his performance. I like everything about him. So yeah. So I wish him the best. How the hell make me laugh, boy? Yeah, so like I was talking about Tank. I think the best thing Tank can do is go ahead and, like I told you guys, he needs to go ahead and make a decision what he wants to do, and you know, we can go from there. Decide what right now. If it's contract and stuff, he don't have to kiss none of the asses no more. He's been in the cage, left along in the cage for too long. It's time for him to move on and do what's right for him. That's my own opinion. I think he'll get the fights he can from another promoter. He won't be sitting back just being in-house like Al Heyman wants to do. Or put you on the shelf and not use you the way he should use you. Because let's be honest, if Al Heyman, Showtime, and Mayweather would have used him the way he's supposed to be used, Tank Davis be used against top quality level fighters like Lomachenko, like a Haney, like I said, like a Rolly, like anybody in 135 pounds, it would sell and make you know, they would have made a lot of money off of him. But because they're not doing it, regardless of how much they're paying him, he's got to move on and look out for his own legacy while he still can. And that's just my opinion. That's my own opinion on that. I'll be honest with you guys. Excuse me. I haven't even eaten. I just came on here. Oh yeah, I seen it. I seen the link. Let me check it out. I'm gonna check it out. What you guys be asking me for? I can check it out. I'll probably go on it. Let me just continue to talk a little bit. I'll jump on it. All says Tank was Mikey's actually a huge fight. Mike, Tank Davis versus Mike. Who's talking about? Actually, a huge fight. Tank versus Mikey. Who you saying? I don't understand who you're talking about on 135. Maybe refresh my memory a little bit. Because Tank run the whole 135 would be great for him to have. He's got quality. He's a quality fighter. He's just angry because they're not using him the right way. And like you said, he's not even enthused that he's going to fight the father, other known as Rolly Romero. He's not even enthused about it. He called him a clown. So you could tell he's frustrated with that. So yeah. No, Raw Dog. Are you fucking serious what you just tell me right now? Are you serious? Raw Dog. I know you're playing jokes on me. You're telling me that'll be a great fight for Mikey Garcia and Tank Davis fighting? No. Mikey Garcia, Mikey Garcia couldn't even beat a motherfucking Martin, Silver Martin for Spain. Don't even use him in the center, because I'm telling you right now, Tank will fuck him up easily. At 140, Tank will beat the shit out of him. Tank will beat the shit out of Mikey Garcia. Mark my word on that one. Yeah, Eddie Morales, you're absolutely right. Mikey's Mikey's done past with all that shit. He needs to move on from that. Yeah, he will. That's a good point you're bringing out right there. All right, 18 SV. You're right what you're saying. It's actually if that happens and he beats Rolly and he goes on a roll and he becomes a free agent, you're damn right. The sky's the limit for Tank Davis. That's not to say I'm picking him against everybody, but at least he'll have his own freedom. He don't have to be sitting being caged like an animal, letting LMB and Mayweather decide what they want to do. You know? Brother, you really want to see that fight? Mikey Garcia is fucking washed up. And you ain't going to see nothing. Mikey Garcia, his skills are just dried up like the desert. He's done. Fucking done. He can't, if you tell me, are you really, no, I don't even want to see that. Because all it's going to, if I see that fight, Tank's going to roll over him. So I agree with you. I will be on Tank's side. He'll beat the shit out of Mikey Garcia. But is the public want to see a washed up Danny Garcia? That's the question. Do they want to see a washed up Danny Garcia against a Tank Davis at 140 in his prime? You know what I'm saying? Dry. That's right. Dry motherfucker. I haven't eaten all day. My wife makes some. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be going live for some fights. Tonight, it seems like you guys want me to go check out the Pro Box, so I'm gonna check it out right now and see how it is, and I can commentate on that, but I don't know how much it's gonna be for you guys. I've seen the card and everything last night on Instagram, and I wasn't like whatever. A lot of Paulie, a lot of Roy Jones, but that doesn't mean that they have the best talent for me to commentate on. They're great commentators, and you know they're better than me. I'm saying is, if the quality of the fighters they have on Pro Box are not that great, you're not gonna get much out of it because you don't know who they are. Well, he can do a lot of things. It says, where can Tank go if he leaves Mayweather Promotions? Golden Boy is racist. Matchroom hasn't done anything for Haney or Andre. Well, he become a free agent. He got a free agent. He have to sign with nobody and make the fights he needs to make. He can do it himself. You know what I mean? You got that. If he doesn't want to side with them, I'm sure he doesn't want to side with Probellum, but Probellum's out there in the UK. I know he don't want to go to the UK, but I'm just calling it the way I see it. They got Boxer, they got Frank Warren out there. I'm sure he don't want to go that route. So there's a lot of down here in the US. Who we got right now? The biggest promotion company in the United States. Who is it? Showtime, right? Showtime. Top Rank can use him, can put a Tank in there and put him in some great fights and negotiate with Al Heyman if he wants to. Yeah, you're saying Top Rank only cares about Loma. That's the problem with Top Rank. They only focus on certain fighters. That's not right. They need to promote every fighter the same way. But I'll be honest with you, every promotional company, they got their own fucking issues on what they want to do and how they want to do it. And there's always one negative to either or the promotion companies. They always find a way like to just promote who they want or their favorite or this and that. So no matter what promotion company you go with, it's always some bullshit. What's going on, Ronald Brinkley? What's going on, man? How you been? Mikey Garcia as fast as a mule. All he-ha. They need to give AB West Garcia one more time. Nah. No. Nope. It's a waste. Excuse my language, guys. Excuse me. It's a waste. You know why it's a waste? One thing I want to say, I haven't heard about AB, but you guys tell me his health is not good, or he's in a wheelchair or something. I have to look up into that. AB's a more exciting fighter than Mike Garcia. Mike Garcia is fucking weak. He couldn't even beat that Spaniard. Get him out of here. Not that I love pizza. My wife made me real quick. I just got back. I was doing something for Brandon, and I had to go for like 43 miles away to get it done. So I just got home, And I just jumped on talking to you guys real quick. Ronald Finkley, you all right, man? I don't care what to say about you. Shout out to you. Akibara says, do it like Canelo. Make 2 fight deals with each and everyone of the team. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can become a free agent. He can become a free agent, or he can literally go ahead and sign with somebody that's literally gonna help him get to where he wants to get at and fight the top level fighters. That's it. That's all Tech is asking for. I'm gonna get paid either way, but I want to fight the top of the cream of the crop, and I'm not doing it with LB and Mayweather. Remember when Top Rank put graphic and said Loma was undefeated? Remember when Top Rank put graphic and said, oh, I don't know. I don't remember that, but if it happened, I wouldn't doubt it, because they really want to. They really promoted Loma to no T. Like I said, a lot of promotion companies got their own bias, favorite people who they want to promote, regardless of what it is. They want to just dick right some fighters, and the other fighters that are actually more talented, they don't want to do. Marlon says Top Rank really lost a good one with Crawford. You're right. Crawford's good. And again, we can go back to what I said. They never promoted Crawford the right way. That's another reason why Crawford don't sell the way he does. They didn't promote him. If you promote him like you promote Lomachenko, maybe people will get more viewers and see what he's all about. But because they don't do that, they lost a true champion who's very talented, and nobody wants to fight in any kind of promotion company. Nobody wants a piece of Crawford because they know he's the real deal. Come on, you make me laugh, Ronald. Tank should fight Tio. That would be a good one. Yeah, you know what? If he goes up to Tank can go to 135, right? 140. And fight Tio. That'd be a great fight. That'd be a good fight. That's a fight that people want to see at 135 that never happened. Because, again, Mayweather didn't want to happen. Tio had his big fat head like this big and didn't know, he thought he was all the greatest thing to whatever. But we got to win all the belts and forgot where he was at and forgot the challenge. I mean, he fought Cambosis. I give him that. But I'm saying he got too big in his head. He got complacent, talking shit, instead of working out in the gym, focusing on what he's supposed to get done. And I'm not saying that he had problems outside the ring, family, whatever. But at the same time, you have to focus on the matter at hand. But that would be I'll be honest with you. If Tank becomes a free agent and you could get Tank going to 140 fighting Tio, and people say, oh, but Tio's mind's not in it. Tio's not right with this. Tio's after the loss with Cambosis, bullshit. Tio wants to make the statement in 140. He'll take whatever. He's a competitor. No, I won't even keep it. I will wipe my hands with both. I will wipe my hands with Mayweather, LB, and Al Heyman. You know why? Because all three of them is the reason why he's fucking sitting where he's sitting there and not fighting the top caliber fighters that he should be fighting. And that's what he's frustrated about. So why I'm going to sit down with Al Heyman? Oh, thank you, Al Heyman. I'm going to sit with you and I'm going to throw LB and Mayweather, but I'm still going to work with you when you motherfucking advisor, and you should advise Mayweather and motherfucking LB. This is who I want to fight. This is what I want to fight. You guys are treating me like a motherfucking baby in the baby crib. Putting me with a pacifier in my mouth, and whenever you guys want to give me something, you put it in my mouth or you take it out, and when I want to fight the real people, you don't want to do it. No. Fuck Al Heyman, the PBC. Fuck LB. And no disrespect to Mayweather, he was the best TV boxer, but as a promoter, not doing the job right, fuck him too. That's right, Ryan. No, I'm gonna call you late for dinner. That's right. You gotta eat that food, baby. You gotta eat all kinds of food. You know what I'm saying? It could be pool cam. It could be, booty call, whatever it is. You can't be late for that, man. You gotta eat. Guys, Silva, Busquets said, oh, man, Tank with Mikey is a great fight. No. Mikey's, I don't know where you get this, Busquets. Mikey está acabado. Mikey está quemado. Mikey fue una vergüenza, como cuando él peleó con el español. Una vergüenza para el papá de él, para el hermano de Gervonta García. Para el gimnasio el nombre de Garcia. Una fucking vergüenza. He was big embarrassing to the Garcia family. That's not a good fight. I don't know what you're doing, but it's not a good fight. Mando says, I think Tio and Tank have similar styles, and it would be a pretty even fight. It'd be a great fight. You know what? You got the dog and Teofimo, even though when they came out with Cambodia towards the end, it was too late. And then you got the man from Baltimore who's very talented, got power, just like Tio, and having two thoroughbreds inside in the ring, it calls for a great race. Peace of love, 69. I can't help you there. Well, Finkley says, I kind of think this is a publicity situation for pay-per-view sales on Tank's fight. Okay, well, if he's coming out saying what he's saying, and then it's all a publicity thing, then you know what? And he allows Mayweather, Al Heyman, and Long Nose LB sit there and run it and think it's the best thing for them to do, that he's just a jackass just like them. And at the end of the day, he's got to look himself in the mirror when his legacy, when he has no legacy because he hasn't fought the top contenders, and whether it's at 135 or 140 and so forth and so forth. So if he feels that that's what he's going to do, make a publicity stunt, or Al Heyman think it's a genius thing to do, I don't think, though. I honestly think that's I think Davis is talking from his heart, and Davis is just frustrated with both Mayweather and LB, and he's tired of not getting the fights that he's supposed to have. Simple as that. If it's a publicity stunt, it just shows me what a more of a pussy Tank is, and not grabbing his balls and standing up while believing what's right for him and his legacy. Lapel. Video of Jamal with his brother interview. He was like, "We ain't scared of nobody. Let's make Jamal versus Jose Benavidez and Jamal versus David on same video. David on same card. Jamal wasn't saying nothing but never thought. Come on, man. I don't care. Your actions say it all. Jamal is a freaking pussy. I don't care what you tell me. Jamal's had all the time to call out motherfucking whoever he wanted to call. He could have fought motherfucking GG. He could have fought Bivol Andre. He could have fought Jaime Munguia. He's had all the time to do all this shit, and it never happened because either the promotion companies got greedy. They didn't want to make the fights. They were only looking out for themselves. Showtime in his own, both of them, De La Hoya and motherfucking Espinosa from Showtime, all about that. I don't want to hear shit about Jamal. When you got a motherfucking man like Mike Tyson, who's a legend, that's got you on live TV and asking you a question, who do you want to fight? And I don't know, I'll fight the best. Get the fuck out of here. Jamal, I know as a twin brother, he's gonna look out for his big brother. That's just the way it is with them. That's how twins do. They look out for each other. That's what's supposed to happen. But please, for the love of God, I don't want to hear shit about Jamal. Jamal don't deserve shit until he fights top level fighters. I don't care what he says. Marlon says, Mayweather promotion did try to get Tank the Ryan Garcia fight. Ryan's team didn't want it. Okay, move on to the next. Ryan Garcia ain't the only thing there. Half the time Ryan Garcia is either on social media or he's in the hospital, but there's something wrong with him. God bless him, not to talk bad about him, but that's the reality. But there's other fighters in that division that they could have had for Tank that they didn't do. Excuses are bullshit. It's all excuses. That's all it is. If I was Tank, I would do the same thing that motherfucker Crawford did. Get the fuck out of there. I'm a talented fighter now. I made you some money. You helped me out, but you're not helping me get my legacy, Mayweather. Your ego is getting in the way of me trying to form my own legacy, and you just want me to sit here like a redhead stepchild, like a bitch, and just listen to you and LB. Get out of here. Ronald Franklin. At the last minute, Tank is not happy about Floyd's path so far. He already stated that he don't fight for belts, so now he claims he wants to fight the best. At the last minute, Tank is not happy so far. He already stated that he don't fight for belts, so now well, the bottom line is all Tank is saying, like anybody else, Ronald, you want to fight the toughest and the best in your division, and you've been sitting there being groomed for the last couple of years, and you're still not getting the fights you want. So which one is it? I honestly think it's an ego thing with Mayweather. Mayweather likes all the fucking attention. Don't get me wrong. Here's a TVB. He's done a lot for boxing. He's a very shrewd businessman. I love it. I love it. I don't care what he does with his money because he earned it. He did it the hard way. Nobody gave him shit. He came from Philly, get his shit. So I'm happy for Mayweather. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, come on, Mayweather. Share the wealth. Go out there and open up the door for this guy. Just like you got to open yours, open the door for him. Give him the fights that he wants to have. He wants to have a legacy. He wants his own resume. So when they look back on Tank, they want to say who he fought, what did he do, who did he do this and that, you know? And he can't get it as long as you guys are not putting the fights up for him. Yeah, McGear's been a bitch. McGear had Bivol Andre. Yeah, you guys can talk about Bivol Andre. It's been mandatory for years. Didn't want to fight him, right? Carlos Adonis, he should have been fighting him. He don't want to fight nobody. He don't know what the fuck he wants to do. He just want to sit back and wait, go the way. He just want to sit back, let the dominoes fall, and think of an easy walk for McGear. No, his time is coming. His time is coming too. I agree with you 100%. You know, listen, I'm a big fan, and my son was telling me when Jamal Charlo was at 154, he was a nasty motherfucker. He was a bad. When I say bad, he was knocking out motherfuckers. He was not talking. He was not making excuses. He was just getting. I don't know what happened at 6 pounds difference when he went from motherfucking 154 to 160 or 160 whatever the fuck, and he just became a dry ass prune. I don't know what's wrong with Jamal. I really don't know. I know he's had problems outside the ring. Everybody has problems. It's part of life. We all have motherfucking problems. I just came from 43 miles away, 44 miles away, and I came all the way here to make time with you guys. Am I crying about it? No, I deal with it. That's what men do. But you're a talented fighter, and that's why people are trashing Jamal, because people see the talent in him, they see the power in him, they see what he can do. But he's only hurt himself when he doesn't speak up. And me, what really blew a casket off of me, is when he fucking sat there with a legend like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's telling you everything you're supposed to be doing to get it better for you, and all you want to do is make excuses like a motherfucking woman. No disrespect what I'm saying. You just don't do that. You just don't make excuses. And then you want to say you got to fight with Salaki. No disrespect to him, but you should have fought better opponents than that. Sorry to say. Whether it's the promoters or whatever, I don't care. He needs to step up on the plate. Marlon says, all 20 of you, please hit that like button if you haven't. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want. I'm going to be live tomorrow for the fights. I'm just trying to talk real. You all give me your comments. I'm not here to argue with you guys. I'm just telling you I'm passionate what I say. None of us are wrong. We all have our own opinion on certain things, so I have to respect that. Marlon says, I don't think Floyd is completely confident in Tank. Tank is talented, but at times he needs to be pushed to be disciplined and keep his weight in control. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But part of the problem is, how you expect Tank to give 100% when you just put him out there with motherfucking C-level fighters? But you ain't even not putting up there with B or A or top fighters that he wants to fight. You gotta give that. You gotta give this fighter some motivation. Yeah, he's got problem with discipline, but goddamn, TBE, you know better than that. You gotta put him with the best, and then for you to come out and say, "Oh, he's only gonna stay in the stable." Who the fuck? Tell me who on PBC they got for Tank at 135. Right? They got Michelle Rivera's coming out, and he wants to fight with Tank, but I don't think he's ready yet. But he's very talented. Check him out tomorrow. I'm telling you, check out Michelle Rivera against Bless Hands Adorno, but he's not ready for Tank yet. But you can't sit here and say like, oh yeah, you know, his discipline. Okay, all fighters got problems. Jamal Charlo. Jamal had problems. Jamal came out and said a few weeks ago, little brother, I'm going through a divorce. I'm trying to see my kids and everything, but I'm still dealing with that shit like a man. I'm manning up and I'm still fighting, going the biggest fights. Okay? So, I mean, I get your point, but don't just say it like that. Since I've been watching this soap opera, LB and Mayweather, I'm not putting him with the best fighters. Simple as that. And if he didn't have confidence in Tank from the beginning, Mayweather, he should never sign him. Give him to somebody else or put him to good use and make his legacy better. Money is not everything. The problem with Mayweather, and there's other fighters. I should have got the name of the other fighters that walked up from Mayweather. Is Mayweather takes? Don't get me wrong. He does take care of his fighter to a point, right? I'm not saying he doesn't. But I think a lot of it has to do with Mayweather's ego. I'll be honest with you. His fucking ego is like the worst. When you have a problem with ego and you want to be the center of attention, I mean, after you left boxing, goddamn, you the TBE. Your legacy will always live on. You're the legacy of boxing, Mayweather. You will always have that. So don't hate on a young buck that came out from the streets. And yeah, you go ahead and put your hands around him and you carried him and you schooled him and you coached him and you did all this shit. And then you see him trying to advance to beat somebody and fight the best so he can make his own legacy just like you did, Mayweather. Don't hate, appreciate. Amanda de Los Santos says, I think Tank needs Floyd. Honestly, I didn't used to think that, but now I do. No, get the fuck out of here. I don't think he needs Floyd no more. What? That's like saying like you going to, like, it's like you going to a company, you working for a company, right? You're waiting for this fucking promotion, right? And because your boss has a personal agenda or something about you that he doesn't like or doesn't see, or the ego or the legacy or whatever it is holding you back, he's not going to give the promotion to you. He's going to give it to somebody else that's not even deserving. I think Tank is coming to his senses. I don't think it's a public stunt. I think he's coming to his senses and he's saying, damn, I've been with the fuck 4 or 5 years. I haven't fought Ryan Garcia. And I'm not saying Ryan Garcia is cream of the crop. I'm just saying in general. I haven't fought Lomachenko. I haven't fought David Haney. You know? And now they want to put me with this. This is what Tank is putting with this clown, the boxer better known as Rolly Romero. I mean, I haven't fought the other 135 pounds that I hear, but you want to sit here and you want to sit there and tell me that I can have this opportunity when you're not opening the door for me. Everything in life in America is about opportunity. And that can frustrate me. Having two of them, and we know in boxing we have that anyway with the politics, the promoters, and the managers, that they fuck up a lot of fights because they're selfish, or the networks. I get that. But damn, Tank's been waiting to come let loose. He's a motherfucking pitbull that wants to get loose and get out there and show the people the biggest fight, but he can't because they won't allow him. How many times I sat there and I criticized Tank? I said he looked like a bitch. Every time I see a post press conference, a post conference, or whatever you want to call it, but Tank fighting time, he sits there like a fucking bitch and lets long LOB talk and lets fucking Mayweather talk the whole time. The whole time. Like, come on, dude, grab your balls and say something. If you lose, move on to somebody else that got you. But now the ball's in your court. Do the thing that's right for you. Make the legacy fights. Go with somebody that can help you do it. Mayweather doesn't need you, because if Mayweather needed you, he would have used you the right way. He needs you to have you there so they can say, oh, this is this guy we got right here. This is the guy we got in the pedestal right here. This is my goal, my value here. But if he's not using that and getting value of you as a fighter, what good is it? What good is it? Quickly. Floyd makes it look like he is Gervonta's dad instead of fight promoter. If TMT wanted to be in the attraction business, just say Tank is a YouTube boxer for him. Yeah, man. I mean, you can't sit there and that's the thing about that I've seen from which we call it, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't. I really appreciate it. Is that I noticed about I'm gonna charge this phone. That I noticed about Floyd Mayweather. Every time Tank want to say something or say his feelings or say what he really feels, once Tank smells that he's gonna say something that's against what he really wants to say, what does he do? He want to go ahead and interrupt him and get the attention off everybody and talk for him like he's a little kid. This Tank said, I'm a man. Let me talk. Let me say what I gotta say. I don't need you and LB talk for me. You guys promote me and you manage my career, but let me talk as a man what I want. Let me get my shit out. The last time I checked, my balls are just as big as yours and then some. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Hyro says he'll probably fight Rayo Venezuela. Well, I mean, I like Rayo. If Tank fights him, Rayo needs a lot more work. I'm sorry, I like him, but he needs a lot more work. He ain't ready for no Tank. He just lost half of you with Spanish. Saludos, hermano. Well, I'm just saying the way I say it, man. I say the way I say it. Bendiciones a los mexicanos. Everybody, Golden Boy, oh, guys, I'm just talking the real truth. He needs to go ahead and Tank needs to move on and do what I think is right for him. Michelle Rivera would most likely be next after Rolly if he stayed with Mayweather. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't care if me being Tank, I will not just stay for one fight because of the fact that when I was sat for 4 years, you just sat there marinated my name and used my talent and did everything, but never opened the door for me to get the big fights for who I wanted with them. What is going to happen? They're going to do the same thing. They're going to tell him, we're going to promise you this. We're going to do this for you and turn around and do shit for him. No, man. He's a man. He moves on. God bless him. He just had a daughter. He's got motivated by her. Having a kid sometimes changes your life and your thinking. And sometimes you're caught between the middle because you can't say what you want because you're under contract. But now it's your time, Tank. If I was you, I'd be smart and get the hell out. I don't care what anybody says. Ronald Franklin, go check him out. I ain't gonna say no more about him. I don't want to sit there and think I'm trying to sell you to him, Ronald Franklin. I'll tell you this. I've gone to local gyms out here and actually seen him work. My son has interviewed him and everything. That guy's not bad. I'm telling you. He even said, I want Tank. I don't think he's ready for Tank yet, but check him out tomorrow. And as time goes down the road, that'll be a great fight to see. Saludos, Jesus. Yeah, there's some fights on tonight, Pro Box on YouTube, but I'm not really too keen on those fights right now because you can have great commentators like respect to Roy Jones Jr., who I met a few weeks in Orlando. I also met Paul Malajani, respect to him. Oh, y'all go check out Paulie's TV to YouTube. That channel was good. He talks about boxers, how they should have responsibility to promote themselves. He talks about all kinds of stuff. Check out his thing, respect to them. But I don't want to listen to two commentators tell me about boxers that I know have no fucking talent right now. Well, yeah, frankly, it's like my son always say, if he was here, he would tell you straight up, like, this is like the most drama, drama friggin' division there is. Back and forth, nothing ever gets done. Nothing's ever gotten with the big fights, whether it's the promoters, the managers, or whatever the case may be. So you're absolutely right. Marlon says, the issue is Tank is all Mayweather promotion has. If he loses overall, Mayweather needs to stop. That's their problem. That she's done a long time ago. There was other fights that they had that left Mayweather promotion for the same reason, for the same promises and shit that they didn't do. And I'm not saying that other promoters don't do the same thing. Every promoter plays with a lot of boxers' head. I'm not saying that they're all honest because they're not. You know, they're there to get the money of your value. They look at you as a pawn and use you for whatever to get the money. They don't even value you as a person. They value what they can get for the money for you. So you have to look out for your best interest. If that happened to Mayweather, that's on them. That's fucking on them. There has other talented fighters that left. I can't think their names right now. They left Mayweather early because of the same shit. So that's up on him. And a lot of it has to do with Mayweather's ego. Put it to the side, brother. I think Floyd knows Tank ain't ready for the better fighters and has been protecting him. And now Tank thinks he's better. No. How long has Tank been fighting for? Like the last 4 or 5 years, whatever, with them and everything. He's shown he's shown what he got. He's a dog in there, but if you don't put him out there with the best, how are you gonna find out? If you got two roosters going at it, if you don't put the best rooster against the best rooster, or the best pit bull against the best bull, how are you gonna find out? But Mayweather's mentality is, I'm gonna keep Tank as a pawn, as my gold bar, and use him like that, and just use his name to get whatever else I want to get, and keep everybody. And Al Heyman the same way. And keep it under the Al Heyman and PBC umbrella. And we won't fight him with the other fighters. Does that make sense? Mayweather, you fought all kinds of people you from WBC, WBA, BC, all kinds of weight classes. You went out there and you fought. So what's your mentality on that? That's being selfish on your part for not giving Tank his opportunity. Yo, Paul, some guy just got his jaw shattered on Pro Box. Ring card, curl, 10-10. I know, but you want me to go check it out. I know you do. But I'm going to focus on this right now. The girls look good, but I ain't there for the girls. I want to see what the fighters can do. And tomorrow I got to go live a lot too. So, I mean, like I said, I want to talk to you guys for a little bit. And, you know, as much as you want me to go, maybe another time. But right now, my energy, I'm drained out. I'll do the best that I can. Last night I was for that Mexican kind of UFC, and boy, was that a long, dragged out thing. I didn't go to the main event. I was just like, forget this. It's a freaking joke. And that was Roy Jones and UFC Fighting Pass thing. So please, I'm not saying that I don't want to see them. I love Paul Malajani. I follow his channel. I love the Magic Man. I love what they bring to the sport. I love their knowledge, but I'm not going to sit there and listen to prospects that they ain't do shit. The only problem that you're going to listen to in that line, if you go to Pro Box right now, the only big problem you all need to worry about, his name is Nigel Lopez. That's the motherfucker that's going to be a big motherfucker in his weight class. Remember the name I'm telling you right now. If you're watching now, if you go right now to Pro Box, go watch Nigel Lopez. Go watch. I think he's a light heavyweight. Watch him. That motherfucker's a beast. He's coming. My when I tell you that. There's two other brothers they got. They're right around the corner too. Ronald Franklin. Butte was whether Jack made Floyd realize this promotional crap ain't easy, so he decided to take the easy route and match make careful. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, no, nothing's ever easy. But you know what? You know what Mayweather's got above any freaking promotional company, above any other promoter in boxing? He's got the shoe business part of him, how to get money for the fighters, make more money. He can self-promote them even more so they can make more money for the fighter. And he can have all the money in the world he got to help them get there where they want to get at. And he doesn't want to do that. He only wants to do everything at half-ass as far as it's like Michael Jordan was a great NBA player, but he fucking sucks as an owner. He sucks as a general manager. He really does. So some things are just not made for everybody. And I'll say it again. With Mayweather, it's more of an ego thing. He doesn't want any fighter to exceed, which you never will catch up to him, but to get all the attention, he wants everything for himself. Rolly fan says, Marlon says, Rolly gonna put Stank on the stretcher. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't sleep on Rolly. Rolly got the Cuban style awkwardness. He does get some power. That's gonna throw Tank off. I'm gonna tell you right now. When you got a fighter that's accustomed to another opponent comes forward with you or step up to you face to face and fight you and throw jabs or whatever, but you got a fight that's very awkward. What they throw, how they move, what they do. It's gonna be it's not gonna be an easy thing to figure out. But I still got Tank winning the fight. Well, I'll tell you about that, Armando. What I caught about this right here, and I don't know what Cruz did to me. I didn't get to see the fight. Pitbull Cruz did. But one thing I'll say, after Pitbull Cruz fought Gervonta Davis, and they had an interview with Gervonta Davis right after the fight, and they asked him right after the fight, before they even asked him if he wanted a rematch, he said no. Now you tell me why Tank, as tough as he is, from Baltimore, didn't take that fight. Cruz brought it to him, believe it or not. He got some of those punches that Cruz threw at him, he didn't like it, but he felt them. Marlon says, how Tank said Mayweather protection is trying to set him up with Rolly, but I think knocks out Rolly easy. Yes, Rolly is awkward, but Rolly got no skills. But no, I think what Tank came out, what Tank meant what he was saying is, my contract is up. My contract is up. You guys want to make some money off of me before I even get my last fight with you guys, even if I decide to stay or go. And instead of what he said, and instead of you putting me with a real caliber fighter that I feel like Tank does not respect the father at boxing. I don't know, it's Rolly Romero. He doesn't respect him at all. So what Tank is basically saying is, you got me fighting this clown. If you really were serious about me being here, and you really want me to stay with your promotion, you put me here with a fight that I should be able to a level that I want to get at for. And that's what he's basically saying, in my own opinion. And he said he called him a clown. He called him a clown. So he's not really happy about that fight at all. So I think what Mayweather and LB's trying to get is the most money they can get out of him before he decides to stay or go. Nah, they weren't that good at all, man. And that was Roy Jones and on a UFC Pass fighting card. Friggin', and I'm no disrespecting Mexicans, but the whole card to me, I didn't even watch the main event. I got off. Okay, hold on, guys. And Jeff say, at least check out one fight. That's all I ask toward the end of the run. Yeah, I might go check it out. But if it's gonna be, if there's any fight I'm gonna watch on that card, it's gonna be Nigel Lopez. If there's any fight I'm gonna watch on that card, it's gonna be Nigel Lopez. If he's already fought, go check him out. That's the next coming guy that's gonna come in the weight class, gonna be good. I'm telling you that right now. Mark my words. Okay, Armando says, man, I don't normally say this about fighters, but Rolly is a terrible boxer. It's terrible to you because you don't understand the style of fighting that his father's teaching him. It's terrible to me because we're used to seeing fighters throw jabs and be in front of each other, throwing punches and going to the body and going for knockouts. It's terrible for you because you're not accustomed to seeing the style that you've seen from him. But it's a style, like he said, has adapted. His father incorporated from Cuba and added his own thing to it. And whether you want to realize it or not, and Rolly, the fighter out of known as Rolly, remember, will tell you right to your face. You can say whatever you said about my style or how awkward I am, but obviously I got some type of talent to be up here where I'm at right now, fighting Tank for a title fight and so forth, or to even be where I'm at right now if I wasn't that good. So it only becomes uncomfortable or not uncomfortable for us fans that are used to seeing a certain way fighters should fight. Yeah, that kid now, Najee Lopez fought Gerald Henderson. Cool, you're right, he did, and I think I forgot. I think Nigel lost to him. I think Nigel lost to him. I think once or twice. And I met Nigel's father. Rest in peace. He passed away. I think last year, or a couple of years back, he passed away. And I met his other brothers, and that's when I seen talent. And one thing BT's good at, believe it or not, you guys can laugh at him. You know to recognize talent and everything. And these two guys right here, Ronald, mark what I'm trying to tell you. These two will meet at some point during their careers. Right now, Gerald Henderson, Big Baby Anderson is ahead right now. But let Najee get up there. That'll be a rematch to see again. I'm going to tell you that fight's going to be fire when and if it happens. Okay. Mando del Salvador said, Rolly has many bad habits that technical boxing will feast on. Okay, yeah. But, I mean, are you right? You're right what you're saying. But what we see as bad is something he's used to doing the way that's how he fights. He's been fighting that for the longest time. He's going to believe in that. No matter what me and you tell him, he's going to do what he thinks, what is right for him. But his father's going to teach him that awkward Cuban way of fighting or the way he fights. Yeah, it's going to get to that. How many fights? The other day I was watching, who was I watching? I was telling you that he was throwing that left and kept himself. When I was watching Ryan Garcia against Luke Campbell, Campbell was catching Garcia with them rights. Bah, bah! Because Garcia would drop his left hand and shoot the left hand and leave himself open for a right counter. So, I mean, it happens. I didn't see the fight, but I heard about it. I'm telling you right now, if they fight again, when the time comes, I don't want to see the rematch. I mean, I want to see the rematch. I'm dying to see that rematch because that's going to be a fight for ages. I think so. Like I said, let Pro Boxer go ahead and keep priming up Nigel Lopez and get him where they want to get him at. Roy Jones and the Magic Man over there, and let him climb up and let Anderson do what he's doing because he's a little far ahead right now. But if they ever meet, boy, is that going to be a fight to remember. Marlon says, Haney made Rolly look really bad in the leaked sparring session. It was embarrassing. Okay, yeah, I mean, but I'll be honest with you. To me, sparring don't mean shit to me. You know why? Because sparring is like going out practicing basketball, going out practicing baseball, going out practicing hockey, going out practicing soccer. It's just a practice mode. You can't really judge shit from a sparring. I'm telling you right now. When you're gonna find out what in my opinion, what I think sparring is about? To me, sparring is about just tuning up your tools, tuning up your skills. From when you get in that ring, you're ready to fight your opponent. That's all it is. Oh, so you got all these guys that I hear all the time. Oh, I had a great sparring session. I knocked this guy out. Oh, I did this on the sparring or this and that. And when the lights shine on them, they fucking freeze like fucking ice. When the lights are on them, they freeze like ice. So to me, that's why I look at sparring. I don't really count much about sparring. The only thing that I see for sparring, in my own opinion, is to sharpen up your tools, the tools that you're already good at, and to learn new tools. So when you get in that ring, you're sharp enough to fight your opponent and hopefully take you to victory. But as far as whatever happens in sparring, it don't mean shit until you get under the lights. And most fighters are good at the lights, other fighters are not. Okay, so he lost. He'll rebound from that. He'll be back. One says, now Joe, somebody to watch for. I don't care if he lost. I'm telling you again, he'll be somebody you all just keep an eye on him. It's okay. He'll be back. He's a good fighter. I like him. I like his talent. I think he's going to be up there. Yeah, he was fighting tonight. That's what I was telling you, frankly. He's fighting tonight. That's why I say that's the only fight that I would see. Well, if I was to watch any fight pro boxing, it was him. Amanda said, who wins if Haney and Ryan ever fight? You know what? We don't know until they get in the ring and fight, to be honest with you. We could both. I could be a Haney fan and say Haney's going to beat the shit out of Garcia. I could be a Garcia fan and say Garcia's going to beat the shit out of Haney. But you know what? Until the fight happens in the ring, we will never know. It'll just be us talking. Okay, let me see what's going on. Rolly fan says Haney obviously didn't make Rolly look really bad in their sparring session. If they could only find 1 minute of highlights against Rolly when he was only 3 years into boxing. Like I said, I don't really care. Like I said, I really don't care about all that stuff. All the sparring you see, when you see Joshua fighting over here, he's sparring this guy over here, or you hear the sparring guy says, oh, he was great, he hits hard, he does this. It don't mean shit until you get under the lights. That's how I call it. If it's just sparring, then BT got to stop saying about Jamal Charlo wearing a body shield against Earl. We don't know what happened in sparring. That guy who BT is sucks. I seen him fight. Well, at the end of the day, BT has his own point of view. You can ask him that when you talk to him. I'm gonna have mine. Mine to me is what I told you from the beginning. I don't give a shit about sparring. I don't care about all that shit. All it is to sharpen up a boxer's tool to get him better. Get well prepared, so when he gets in the ring, he's sharp on his skills to hopefully get a victory. That's what I see. But the reality is, you don't really know what fight is going to show up until they actually fight each other under the lights. So keep that comment in mind, El Jefe. And when you see BT, you ask BT that question. He'll give me an answer to that. I'm telling my own opinion. Pops, the fight was really bad. They should have thrown in the towel. It was real. Okay, I didn't see it. I have to go see it. If it was that bad, okay. I still got Nigel Lopez coming up on the come up. Regardless of what you guys tell me. He's a talented fighter. I'm not just gonna say because he lost this fight that's the end of the world. No. That guy is no joke. And every fighter has a bad day. Valiant says, Ryan was the mandatory to Haney for WBC lightweight champion, chose to fight Jojo Diaz instead, then backed out that fight. Yeah, it's exactly what I just finished just saying. When I said earlier about Ryan Garcia, no disrespect to him, but you only hear Ryan Garcia if he's on social media, or he's either in the hospital about something, or he's hurt or something, and he never comes through with the fight, and that's the bad part about Garcia. He's got that bad blemish on him that he calls out fighters, and then when it comes down to the big dance, he doesn't show up regardless of no disrespect for the injury or whatever the case was, or whatever the case may be, but he never shows up to the big fight. So hopefully now that he's back with Joe Goosen, maybe, like I say, he looks a lot fresher, doesn't have that pressure of Canelo and the media and Reynoso and all the other champions over there. He can really settle down, get his mental mind stable, and go ahead and perform. We'll find out. Ronald Finkley says, all 25 of you, please hit that like button if you haven't. Super chat, and you can do for this channel. I'll be live tomorrow for, like I said, the Burchell fight, top rank, and I definitely want to be here for the Terrell and Tim Tszyu on the card. Ronald Finkley, I got Kambosos over Haney. It's going to be a humbling experience. Haney too comfortable with fighting carefully, depending on his IQ alone. Yeah, I'll tell you like this, Ronald, and I'll just being honest. I gotta see, like, if he really wants those belts from Kambosos, and I'm just being honest, he's got to go in there and fuck up Kambosos. Like, he's got to get that, like you say, that technical fighting and that quickness and all this. He's got to go in there and fuck. He's got to do to Kambosos what Kambosos did to Teofimo. That's what I want to see. I want to see a hungry Haney go to Australia and show the Australians that, okay, I came all the way from across the pond. I wanted this belts, and I'm going to whip this Australian in front of you guys in spaces, and I want to see that. I don't want to see no technical shit. I don't want to see him ballet dancing. I don't want him to say that, because if I see that, he's not going to win Australia. I'm telling you right, he's not going to win that fight over Kambosos with fucking going there ballet dancing and tap playing tennis. He's going to have to go in there and dominate. Amando De Los Santos said, yeah, but in the ring, I see Ryan sleeping Haney. We'll see, man. Like I said, we can speculate what could happen, because we know what type of fighters they are. But until we see them go under the lights and see what they can do, we can say whatever we want. I will say one thing. I don't know, of late, I haven't checked out Haney's resume, who's the best fighter he's fought. But of late, the only legitimate opponent that I seen Garcia fight that really tested him through hot waters and everything was motherfucking Luke Campbell. So we don't know until they fight each other. Amanda said, but I also see Haney whooping Kambosos pretty bad. But I don't know. Well, that's why you got to see the fights, Amanda. You don't know. Me and you can get in the ring. You probably big, strong, 6-foot fucking fighter, 250 pounds, and you can do this and you can do that. And you go, oh, this short motherfucker's barely 5 feet. I'm gonna wear his ass out. I'm gonna do this, and then I go in there and whip your ass like nothing. You just don't know until the fights happen. Yeah, he got Marlon, I have to agree with you on that part. He actually got a bad blemish on himself. And that's why people say he sit there and he calls out people and he wants to fight people and he wants to do that. But when it comes time to answer the call or ring the bell and do what you're supposed to do, somehow you come up with something. Something's wrong with you. This happened, this, that, or that. Oh, he'll call out fighters that are already signed to somebody to fight. So I hope that he's in the right he's in the right frame of mind. I hope that he literally gets in the frame now with Joe Goosen, and we can really see this guy and see his talents. Oh shit! I'll go for that devil. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's like somebody say, in order for Haney to win this fight, if he gets his fight with Kambosos, he can't go in there and play tap. He can't even play tennis. He can't do all that shit. He can't be doing ballet dancing and being technical. He's got to take the belt from Kambosos, like dominate him. And I'm gonna say it again. The same way Kambosos did it to Teofimo in New York. That's the same mentality that this guy got to do. He can't go in there and expect because he's this and that the judge is gonna see that. No. Let's see. Okay. Amanda also said, yeah, he's wasting his youth, but in the ring, he's a better boxer than Haney and sleeps him. Well, we'll see. Fight's going to happen first. El Jefe says, Najee was hype job from what I saw. His corner didn't protect him, and they should be ashamed. Oh, I didn't see the highlights. I got to go see what happened. But that being said, I still think he's going to come back. I don't think that one loss is the whole define what that fight is all about. I'm telling you that right now. He's going to be back. Ronald, you making me laugh, man. Come on, Ronald. You making me laugh a bit more. Campbell was a solid win, but then Ryan turned the win into something else by jumping in Canelo's lap. Oh my Lord, I'll let that really stays out. See if I got any more comments here. Well, what I seen, I was watching the fight. I was watching. Matter of fact, I was watching the other day because I was watching his channel, and I was watching the fight. And Luke Campbell caught him with those right, because what happened is when Ryan is fighting, he has a tendency to drop that left hand low, like he'll shoot his left hand, but he'll drop it low, leaving himself open. And boy, did Campbell counter him. All I'm saying, the best opponent that he's had of late is only been freaking Campbell. So we don't know what's gonna happen with him. Yeah, pretty much. Ryan win against Luke was like winning a world title. Yeah, I mean, think about it, because he got the first time he got his ass knocked down too, so he had to come out from adversity, and he came out and he showed it. You know, he showed it, but I mean, that's not saying much. Okay, I did that already. Hold on just a moment. Yeah. Marlon says, Andre might get raw, especially if they think he won't come back. Listen, man, Andre's got to start making some different moves. He's tried everything, but he's got to do other things besides just sitting back and waiting for things to happen. He's trying to get up, go on a weight, go to 168, go to 160, trying all kinds of shit to try to get it. I think he's got to win this big fight. I think he's fighting Zach Parker. He's got to go in there because Parker can swing too, he can throw. But I think he's got to come out, win that fight, and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I just hope nobody wants to fight him. That's the problem. Well, you're absolutely what you're saying. I think Ryan Garcia can fight, but he fights tall and leaves his chin out. Dangerous for someone like King. Right, and that's why they were saying that Ryan Garcia working with Joe Goosen is gonna help him a lot. And even Sergio Moro wants Ryan Garcia to give up his height and fight in the inside. And with Joe Goosen, he can teach him the long jabs and teach him how to go hit the body from the inside. It's better for him. I don't know if that's a good thing with Ryan Garcia. Okay. Yeah, and that's a good point you're bringing out right there, Marlon. It's crazy how Matchman couldn't get Andre, Canelo, Gigi, Jacobs, Munguia, not even John Ryder to fight. That's what I was saying. This is the ever salesman, Eddie Hearns. He had all these guys at one time sign with him. Could have had all these fights, and you can't tell me not. Like right now, look what he's doing. And I get it. He's got to face a boxing with him, so of course he's going to kiss his ass. And he's going to do whatever that he wants because he wants to re-sign with him again or whatever the case is. So he's doing everything he can. But it's not fair when you got other boxers in your stable that you could actually go ahead and do something with them and you don't actually promote them. So sad. One SS says, the Barfather is the worst promoter to me because he can't maintain to keep a fighter. The gates open and they get bigger fights. Barfather needs to shit his ass down and retire because he can't sell. Well, I mean, the Buffer, honestly, the Buffer don't give a fuck about nothing. You can walk to the bank. He got money. That man's loaded. He don't give two shits about nothing. So he's going to call the shot. He's a 90-year-old man who's lived life as a lawyer, as a promoter. He's done it all. He's promoted some big fights in the past. He's just like a Don King. He doesn't give two fucks what anybody thinks. He's going to do what he wants, whether he does it his way or not, whether it makes sense or not. That's just the way he is. And I got to give it to him. He's been successful in boxing for so long. And as a lawyer, well, how can you not say that he can't do whatever he wants at 90 years old? I guarantee you, when you turn out to be 90 years old, you're probably going to feel the same. You don't give a shit about anything else. You do things the way you want to. I think Demetrius, in my opinion, I think Demetrius will beat Zach Parker. I think his movement, he's got the over left that he throws. He's very awkward, but his movement and the way he is, I think he will. Zach Parker, to me, was crying for this fight for the longest. I guess he was boo-boo mandatory for the longest. Now he's got his wish. Now we'll see what happens. But the only thing that I can say for Boo is Andre's part, he's got to continue fighting and winning, and hopefully he'll get that shot and try to get himself better in a position to fight Canelo if that happens. But he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight the other guys that are still there. That like Canelo said. Canelo said, y'all need to fight each other. I got a full schedule this year. I'm not, I can't do nothing for you right now, but you all need to fight each other. I actually want to see that fight, Valiant. I want to see John Ryder versus Canelo. Canelo says he's never been to the UK. What better fight to put on with Canelo and the Gorilla? I think that'd be a great fight for the UK fans, for the Mexican fans, and just from boxing in general. Both guys are really stocky. They're both pretty similar in height and stature. I think it'd be a great fight. Of course, we know Canelo is the most skilled and most experienced, but it doesn't mean anything. But I think it would be a good fight, and it'd be a great fight for Canelo to go show his skills over there in the UK. Oh, what's up? What's up, BT? What's going on, man?
What's up?
Asking about you, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just talking to the boss. Everything. So you can chime in on whatever you want. We're talking about right now. We're talking about
what's the topic right now?
Tank, Tank, is he gonna leave Mayweather and so forth and so forth? So if you want to go on, you can chime in whatever you want to say.
No, my honest thoughts about the whole Tank situation is like, it sounds good, it sounds nice and pretty. I really think it's just another way to hype the fight up. That's really what I think.
Somebody else actually said that on the live. They actually came out on the live and said that they're like, man, I think this is a publicity. If this is a publicity stunt, motherfucker, what's his name? Tank is just a punk and a pussy for not for saying all this shit that all this time. My contract is up on all this, and they're gonna stay with them. I'm honest.
Hey, did Najee Lopez lose?
Everybody's saying that. I didn't.
Did he lose for real? Because I saw a clip that they posted earlier, and it looked like he knocked the guy down or whatever. But he really went out there and lost.
I've been hearing that from the subscribers here. They were trying to get me to go to the pro box, and I was telling them that the only fight that I would watch it will be Nigel Lopez. But a lot of 1SS was saying that they lost. I think Ronald Brinkley was saying that he lost. I don't know. I haven't seen nothing. I'm not gonna say, but they're telling me that he lost.
I'll have to check it out. That'd be very unfortunate, because Najee Lopez is the guy that Pro Box really seems to have a lot of high hopes for,
Yeah, so I mean, 1SS was what I came out and said it, and Ronald Brinkley said the same. I think he said the same thing. So it's unfortunate because he's skilled, but I still think he's still on a comeback. I'm not going to give up on him because he lost one fight. If he did. No.
Yeah, if he did. But shout out to everyone here. It's your boy BT with Pops, the untouchable True School Sports Empire, getting in that Friday night boxing talk before we.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be live all day tomorrow. I mean, we'll be live.
I was thinking for an hour and I'm still talking.
We're gonna be live for Kiko Martinez versus Josh Warrington in the afternoon, and then we're gonna be live for Tim Tszyu versus Terrell Goucher at night.
Yeah, that's the fight. That's a card that I'm really excited about. I was telling some of the guys here about that fight. I'm really excited for Michelle Rivera, and I want to see Elvis Rodriguez. I think that's the best card of the night, in my opinion.
You see, shout out to my guy Hyro. He says, my main man BT, your two favorite fighters are signing to my favorite promotion. He's talking about Crawford, and who else? Who else he's talking about?
I haven't seen nothing in the news. I don't know what they're talking about.
No, there's rumors. There's rumors that Crawford's gonna sign PBC, and they're gonna announce something around the Ugas Spence fight.
Okay.
Yeah, but what's crazy is, even if he signed the PBC, he's still not getting the fight.
Oh my God, you think so?
No, I know so.
Oh wow,
I know so.
Yeah.
Ronald Pinkley says it's these mobsters in different markets backing these hype jobs from fighting Andre. Yeah, man, they don't want to fight. Funny enough, this fight with Zach Parker on the 21st of May is going to be Andre's last fight with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's already said, look, we're not re-signing him. So And the crazy thing is Eddie Hearn's not even gonna probably be at that fight because he's got the Buatsi Craig Richards card on the same day. So
wow, that's crazy. You know, it really is crazy. But
and yeah, it is possible. Like Marlon, shout out to my guy Marlon. I really think if Andre leaves this fight close with if he leaves this fight close with Parker, he's running the risk of getting robbed. I mean, it has robbery written all over it if he don't go in there and do what he's supposed to do to the highest level. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he can. I'm very forward to that. You know, tomorrow here in Vegas, we got the Miguel Berchelt fight, which I've been invited to go to that fight. I've declined to go because I want to be live for Tim Tszyu because I have a lot of Australian support, so I can't let the Australians down. You know, a lot of Australians are going to want to be here tomorrow. What I will say is this: I don't know if he's here, but I wanted to send my prayers out to my guy Carl Hansen, whose daughter is in the ICU right now. So much respect and much prayers go out to Carl, who's one of the loyalist viewers on this channel. May she pull through.
Oh, God bless him. I didn't know that. I sent my prayers for him also. I didn't know that happened to him. Yeah. So I lost my trade. I was going to ask something else, but you're talking to us, so I forgot what I'm going to say.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to my guy Diego, one of the only Canelo fans on earth that I like and will tolerate. He says Andre needs a knockout to not get robbed in the UK against the A-side British fighter. No, absolutely. I mean, look, he's the true American road warrior. I mean, he fought Jack Colkay in Germany. Now he's going to Derby County, fighting Zach Parker in the soccer stadium, right, in his hometown. So a lot of times, you know what's funny, Pops? I've seen people, especially Canelo fans, shoot their mouth off about how he's the B-side in this fight, right? Or how he's going on the road to fight, right? But then the same people that want to shoot their mouths off about Andre going to fight Parker in his hometown are the same ones that say, well, why don't American fighters go fight on the road? And then when a guy does it, they criticize him for it.
It's a catch-22, I guess. You damn it do. Hey, BT, you ever heard anything on the Haney fight or anything like that? What's going on with that?
I've heard as much as you've heard. I've heard as much.
That's been like a silent movie, man.
But I'm gonna tell you this, Pops. Look, I'm gonna give you guys an alternative to what could happen if Devin Haney don't fight George Kambosos. Now, this Saturday. Tomorrow, listen. Tomorrow, there's a fight in Argentina on TYC Sports, and Gustavo Lemos, who Johnny's very high on, he's fighting one of George's old opponents, Lee Selby. Now, Gustavo Lemos is right now currently ranked the IBF number 3 contender. If he wins the fight against Selby, he will probably become George's mandatory. So, if George doesn't get a fight against Devin or anything like that, and they're not going to do the Ryan fight right away, look for Gustavo Lemos, should he beat Lee Selby, to fight George Kambosos in June.
Is he that good?
He can punch.
Oh, wow. But
yeah.
What Argentina you seen that can't punch? I've seen, I mean, they go ahead.
You see, shout out to my guy Troy. He says, I hope no black fighters ever sign with that app ever again. I have immediately dropped that app after this news with the undefeated boogeyman champ, Andre. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Tim Tszyu, Hyro says, Tim Tszyu is making his pro debut to me. If he can beat Terrell Goucher, I'll give him credit. Well, prepare to give him credit because he's going to spark Terrell Goucher tomorrow.
Yeah, he's coming to make a statement, Harold.
You know? But, I mean, look. We knew that Andrew was never the priority for Eddie Hearn. We knew that it was always Canelo. Even when Canelo wasn't signed to the zone, Eddie Hearn was still talking as if Canelo was his fighter. So now that he is his fighter, that's a priority. One thing I will say, Pops, I find it very funny how Eddie Hearn says, you know, I've been unable to secure the big fights for him when all the guys that people will want to see Andre fight are all in the zone. Ryder, Jacobs, Canelo. Everyone. I
didn't know if it was one S, Ronald Franklin, or one of your subscribers here was saying, like, at one time, what's his name? Eddie Hearn had Munguia, Andre, Gigi. I mean, he named all kinds of Ryder, all these fights that he could have made fights for that he doesn't. And I was telling him that Eddie Hearn only goes to promote who he wants to promote and puts everybody else on the show. You know, it's ridiculous. You know
what it is, man. Shout out to my guy Jalen Thompson. He said GGG. Yeah, that's a fight that That's a fight with that's a fight that should have happened. I mean, honestly, look, it's very easy for me to sit here and criticize Canelo, and obviously, I'm always gonna feel some type of way about Canelo for how he's avoided an injury. But really, these days, more of my energy has been more directed at Golovkin, because Golovkin has really been on some punk ass type stuff when it comes to the 160 division. So truthfully, like, look, I hope Murata go in there and completely spoil the show and beat Golovkin, so we don't get Golovkin versus GGG3, and GGG can just sail off into the sunset and just get away, man, because you don't want to fight nobody. You know, now he's suing Golden Boy because he didn't get paid. Like, just go, man. If you're not trying to be great in the sport, don't hold up the division, and that's where I'm at with him. You know, Diego A wants to know what's my prediction for Bivol versus Canelo. Now that's a great question. Bivol is one of the best pure boxers in the sport. I don't give a fuck what no one says. Bivol is one of the best skill wise. Bivol is one of the best pound for pound fighters in the sport. I don't care nobody says. But I think right now, you know, I think in this fight, what's going to ultimately cost Bivol, I think, is lack of ring activity, lack of getting the rounds on a consistent basis. That will hinder with his timing a little bit. I think Canelo's strength and physicality on the inside will be the slight difference in the fight. So I see Canelo Alvarez winning a close decision, a fight where you see Bivol win some rounds and probably look great doing it. But I think Canelo Alvarez wins like a 115, 113 close decision where he kind of grinds him out. I don't think he drops Bivol. I don't even think Bivol drops him. I think believe it or not, I think it's actually going to be a pretty boring fight stylistically. But you know, I think it's a good matchup. I'm going to lean with Canelo. You know. Now, Kevin Effect, he's not buying into the Bivol hype and the Bivol hoopla. He says Bivol is going to lay down. You know, we'll see. Nobody's really been able to make Bivol fight on the inside too much. I mean, Pascal got inside those arms a little bit. Bivol handled it pretty well. Same thing goes for Joe Smith. So I just, you know, listen. Y'all know I don't like Canelo. I would be overjoyed if Bivol came out here and boxed a masterclass, boxed his ears off, and exposed Canelo. But I'm not letting my feelings get involved. I think Canelo gets it done. You know what I'm saying? And Diego says, my prediction is that this will be Canelo's hardest fight of his career and win by decision 7-5. People will scream robbery. Well, we can't say, Diego, that it'll be the hardest decision of his career because there was a guy that he got schooled by some years ago named Floyd Mayweather, and the fight wasn't close. He won maybe 1 to 2 rounds at best. So that's the hardest fight of his career. You know, maybe you could say this could be the hardest fight since that fight, but we're not gonna do that, Diego. I know the Canelo fans, you guys like to act like Floyd didn't happen, but it happened, and that was the hardest fight of his career. But it should be a good fight. I'll be here in Vegas. I'm not going to the fight because that's just expensive, and I ain't paying that much for no damn Canelo Alvarez. So I'll be here in Vegas for fight week. We'll see what kind of content we can get. You know, we're gonna go and interview the Canelo fans again, which is always a lot of fun while we're here in Vegas. And yeah, should be great. Hyro says, BT, I'm going to shoot super chat. Give me the Bud Carr video. Well, super chat, champ, and you'll get the Bud Carr video. You know what? Y'all can follow Hyro's leader, and y'all can super chat as well. Make them super chats rain down. Let me see. We got my man Troy who says, and by the way, shout out to everybody here. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday night, wherever you're at in the world. You know, it's your boy BT with Pops. You know, by the way, everyone in the comments, give a round of applause for Pops and drop a super chat for Pops because Pops has been doing a spectacular job at doing these lives. I know sometimes his mind runs and he's not really the most tech savvy guy. Sometimes, much to my frustration, but no excuses, no dishonor. Pop's been here. He's been getting it done, and I'm very appreciative of Pop. So make sure y'all give him your appreciation because he's putting in a lot of time for you guys. You know. Let me see. My man skipped my question. I'm assuming you're an LDBC fan. No, I don't know. I don't really fuck with them. What was the question? He says, do you think Kamaru Usman stands a chance at Canelo? Well, that's the one. There's a reason why I didn't answer the question because some things are just foolish. Kamaru Usman will get fucking stretched by Canelo if they fought in a boxing match. He'll get stretched. But you know, I don't take anything from Kamaru Usman. You know, he's the best at what he does. But we're not asking Michael Phelps to race Usain Bolt on a track running. So why ask Usman to fight Canelo in a boxing ring? You know, it's just waste. What do you think, Pops?
Exactly what you're saying. Excuse me. Exactly what you're saying. Each fighter is good at what they do, so you can expect a lot from either fighter, anyways, because one's better at what they do and the other one's better. But we've seen before, the boxer always trumps the UFC.
Yeah. Now, shout out to my guy out there on Long Island, my main man, John. He says, "Let it rain." LOL. This super chat is for Pops and John. You know the deal. When the super chats come out, so does Don King. So Don King, talk to him.
Hey everybody, let's have some fun. You don't live but once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. It don't matter whether you're young or old. Let the good times roll.
Yeah, man. Let the good times roll. We will here on True School Sports. And one guy who loves those good times roll is my main man, 50 grand, the big bad booty daddy, Scott Steiner. Talk to him.
The bump and grind. And it's only a matter of time because he called me the big bad booty daddy.
Thank you, John, man. I gotta tell you, man, John's been supporting the channel for a long time. I gotta make a list. I know Pops, you've been telling me this for a while. I gotta make a list for everybody who sends like the super chats on a consistent basis over the years. I gotta get some shirts for everyone, you know, get some shirts, show some appreciation.
Yeah, I mean, you got all the time in the world. That's what we gotta do. But anyways, that's
no. Okay, Pops, I don't got all the time in the world. That's why I ain't been on these lives.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
But I gotta make the time. But thank you, John. Thank you.
You have to. Hey, you see that thing with speaking about Don King suing the WBA?
Yeah, man. I made a video about it that should be out either tonight or tomorrow. I forgot when I had it scheduled, but you know, this promotion hasn't even started yet with Brian and Dubois, and we already have it a mess. So, Pops, I'm gonna give my early prediction on what I think is gonna happen. I think. Because like it's crazy. He won a purse bid. Don King won a purse bid, but he doesn't have a TV deal. So if he wins a purse bid, what network is going to be on? Because you don't have a TV deal, you know.
Shit.
So ultimately, what I think winds up happening is I think the WBA, Don King and Frank Warren compromise. They give Trevor Bryan somewhere between 65 and 75% of the purse, but in exchange for giving him more percentage of the purse, I believe that they're going to default to Frank Warren, and the fight winds up on BT Sport, and he controls the promotion. So that's what I think. I think Don King gets the money for his fighter. Brian gets a bigger purse, but Frank Warren ultimately will get control of the promotion. That's what I think is going to happen. But I'm hoping the fight's in South Florida.
Did you hear what Don King said about the Dream Brian? He said he's eating up and getting all fat up and shit. He told him in the thing. He said, "What? I don't know if you see the whole video. He was telling me, he said, and you gotta get ready to shape. You eating yourself fattening yourself up and eating real good. You gotta get off that shit."
He said that?
Don King told him that he's eating himself out of shape. He was telling him like I don't think he's too happy with that. I'll be honest with you. He's not too happy with that.
That's not good. That's probably why that if that's the case, that might be another reason why he wants more money, because he knows Trevor Bryan is gonna lose, get knocked the fuck out. And he probably never box after he gets that big money again. So he's trying to cash out as much as he can on this investment. If that's the case, that might be part of the reason why.
Yeah, watch the video. Listen to it carefully.
Okay, that's kind of sad news, Bobs, because you know on Instagram, right? Trevor Bryan, he tagged one of the local nutritionists. So I was under the impression that you know Trevor Bryan was going to be putting his best foot forward to lose the weight. No,
I caught
it's not going down like that.
But I caught it when I was watching the fight hype, because that's where Don King was suing and talking about suing, and he literally came out. He said he's fighting himself up. So he didn't throw no stones at him, but indirectly, you know, he basically said like you eating yourself up, you know, it's bullshit, you know. But whatever. I think he still got time to get in shape, right? The fight got a few months away, right? So hopefully Brian will get it together. You can post whatever nutrition, you can post whatever you want, but if you look at like that shit, you better get it right. And Don King is like 90 years old too, so he can't see everything, but he definitely see what's going on with his money.
Yeah,
for sure.
I want to see, but not to go back again, Pops, but I want to see what happened to Najee Lopez. Did he really lose that fight? Because everybody keeps saying.
I haven't tuned in. Ask 1SS. I think he came out and told me. 1SS was one. He's right there. He'll tell you. 1SS. Didn't you say that Najee Lopez lost? He said that the corner didn't even stop the fight. He should have stopped. He falsed the corner. He was saying. I don't know. I have to go look at the highlights. I don't know.
What'd he do?
He was just saying that the corner should have stopped the fight and stuff. One SS was saying that the corner should have stopped the fight earlier or something, or throwing the towel or something. He said in one of the comments. One SS right there. He hears what I'm saying. But the reality is we have to go ahead and
they bullshitting you, Pops. Najee Lopez won him by knockout.
I didn't say I believed it. I'm telling you what he said. I said until I see it myself, I'm not gonna go believe what they say. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, he won by 4th round TKO.
Yeah, y'all better go watch him. I'm trying to tell you, that's the guy that's coming. Ronald Franklin knows about him because Ronald Franklin was telling me that Anderson beat him, and one time they beat him in the Olympics or whatever when they fought.
In the amateurs, Jerry Anderson beat him.
And Jerry looked surprised. So Ronald Franklin was telling me about that stuff. But yeah, so I didn't see the fight, so I was just telling him I'm not going to say nothing until I actually see what the facts are. But I was just telling some of the subscribers were saying that.
No, absolutely. Yeah, he's straight. I hear lying to us, man. I got worried about Najee. I said, damn, he not even 3-0. He lost already.
I told they were trying to get me to go on the pro box. I said the only fight I want to see in the pro box. Well, if you guys leave this channel, go see it. Go watch Najee Lopez. That guy is a true guy, and he's coming. So they probably just want to pull my leg. They want to get me going. That's all. That's why I say sometimes when they tell me stuff, I said until I actually see it myself, I'm not going to say anything. You know?
Yeah. Pops, what do you think about they're talking about your boy Luis Ortiz supposedly fighting Andy Ruiz now on pay-per-view? What do you make of that?
That's probably his last paycheck for him.
For who?
Ortiz. For Luis Ortiz. I think that should be enough. I think he should retire, honestly. But if he goes in there, motherfucking Ruiz Jr. hasn't done shit either. He's just sitting on his ass. So I'm gonna go. I'll still take. He's still got a power. I still do as old as he is. He's still got power. I would still go with King Kong, but after that, retire, man. You got enough money.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, like I like this fight a lot. Like 6 months ago, for some reason now I don't care about it. I think the Hrgovic shit really turned me off that fight. They both turned on Hrgovic, so.
Yeah, all these guys. I mean, apparently he got hurt or something. They said or some bullshit, but whatever. That's an excuse. Excuses don't mean shit. So at the end of the day, you lose respect for a lot of people that even both of them fight. Both those fighters turn them down. Yeah, you know. And Ruiz is looking for a catch. How about you? What do you think about Usyk coming back and training for your Joshua?
What do I think about it?
Yeah, they gave him permission to come back and train for the Joshua fight.
I'm kind of upset about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Only not me. I don't want the guy to be in a war-torn country. I mean, but like my the reason I'm upset about it was because I wanted to see who Joshua would have fought. You know, I was holding out for maybe like a Aldo Varlin fight. I wanted to see somebody else in the heavyweights get a crack at Joshua.
I think they would have waited. They would have waited for Deontay Wilder to come back from his trip,
or even that. I would have loved to see that.
Yeah, I would like to see that, and that's what I was getting my hopes for, but I don't know now.
Hey, now, Pops, I got some bad news for you. I don't know if anybody brought it up to you, if you heard about it, but have you by any chance heard the news that Jaime Munguia is supposedly in talks to fight Daniel Jacobs?
Please don't tell me that bullshit.
I'm serious. Please. You haven't heard the news?
No, don't troll me like these motherfuckers.
I wish I could tell you I was trolling you. I mean, if you want to see a tweet, if you want to see some tweets, I can show you. Yeah, what do you think about that fight?
Freaking goddamn Golden Boy, man! I swear to God, man, they just.
But what about Brownsville? What about Brooklyn, man?
No, I like Jacobs. I like what he's done for boxing. He overcome a cancer, but he didn't show me shit in the fight against Ryder. He needs to retire and just go on.
Think so?
Yeah, I'm done with him too.
Okay.
I'm not big like I was before on him, believe it or not. And Jaime Munguia actually go and talk with him, please. That he's a waste too. Waste just like Doug De La Hoya. Damn. Just as bad as Jamal.
Damn, Pops. Tell him how you really feel, Pops.
Listen, man. This fucking shit happens. If I'm here with my son's telling me Jaime McGee can go fuck himself. He's a sorry motherfucker. De La Hoya is just as sorry as he is for actually even trying to get that fight going. Nobody wants to see that. He's gonna go what 39 and what 40-0 with no
41 41-0.
Yeah, fighting nobody. Like, are you guys serious? You all just want a free paycheck. Go screw yourselves.
Well, Jacobs is a champion who fought Canelo. Why would he fight? Why would he fight someone like Andre who's boring and runs around the ring when he could fight Jacobs?
Oh, that's just ridiculous. If that's actually happened, oh my God, that makes me sick to my stomach.
Now, Jairo is laying the smackdown on everyone's candy ass. He said, Jaime Munguia is such a bitch. He don't want to fight Carlos Adames. He's dunking Carlos Adames.
We didn't say that. You said that earlier. Somebody else said that earlier. He doesn't want to fight him. He's right. He didn't want to fight Bivol Andre either when it was mandatory. So screw him, man. The guy's a lame duck. And you gotta blame Golden Boy because Golden Boy is the ones that they make some stupid ass decision. And if you want to make this guy a star, get out of here. If that's a fight, who's gonna watch the fight, Brandon?
The Mexicans.
They ain't gonna watch a fight like that.
Yes, they are because the Mexicans fighting. You know.
Okay, let's on to the next.
All right, I'll tell you this, Pops. Have you been on Instagram today at all?
No.
Okay, well, I actually I did my first ever Instagram live interview today ever. I never done one before. I finally did one with Pete Dobson today. It was about 25 minutes long. I'll post some of the clips here on True School Sports once I have time to edit it. But man, it was a really good interview. He responded to Harold Calderon.
He did?
Yeah. He had a lot to say about Harold Calderon.
Yeah, I could just imagine.
Yeah, he had a lot to say. He said pretty much beating. He said the only reason that he even called him out was because people in Florida kept bringing his name up. But before he moved to Florida, he never heard of him. And he says that Harold sucks and that Harold couldn't beat none of the best guys on his resume.
Well,
and then Pete also revealed some interesting information. Apparently, there was a couple fights that he got offers for that he accepted that never happened. Like, David Avanesyan?
Yeah.
Supposedly, there was a fight on the table with David Avanesyan. And, David Avanesyan's running around talking about how Conor Ben, everyone's ducking him. But then meanwhile, his team made an offer to Pete. Pete accepted it, and then they didn't make the fight happen. So he said he wanted to fight David Avanesyan. He said a lot of things. He said David Avanesyan.
Wow.
What was the other one? Avanesyan, Janelson Figueroa. He's looking for all the smoke. He talked about the sparring sessions with Boots. It was a really good interview.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah.
People stay tuned for that. Then, I mean, Harold Calderon say he's gonna do a lot of things. He hasn't done shit.
Oh, and another thing, Pops. I don't know if you heard this. So in like local South Florida boxing news, have you seen that Blake Davis and Anthony White Chocolate Martinez?
I read that.
They've been beefing with each other.
Who? Him and that guy, that police
officer?
Well,
not White Chocolate directly, but his brother, who's the matchmaker.
Oh, okay. The right thing to do is what Blake is doing. Don't waste your time. Keep on walking. I mean, that's just a waste. I think. Well, didn't one of them want to offer like for Blake Davis to fight him? They wanted $200,000. I
mean, I've heard both sides of the story because I've had both of them call me in the last. When you called me earlier today, no, Pops. When you had called me earlier today and you were like trying to talk to me, and I told you I had a stressful day.
Yeah. Oh.
I had Pete calling me trying to do the interview, and then I had White Chocolate's brother trying to call me about some stuff, and then yesterday Blake messaged me. So I've been getting calls all different people in boxing. Yeah,
that's crazy. You know who the real people are. That's who you support. The other shit is irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, man, taking a break from boxing. These guys want to still. It's crazy.
Now, Jairo is a huge Harold Calderon fan. He says Harold Calderon is Ric Flair to me. Pistol Pete ain't riding jets and winning belts.
Jairo, stop watching WWF. I mean, if you watch Harold Calderon.
Oh, Pops. Also, apparently Pete told me also that before Alex Martin got the fight against McKinson, that he was offered the fight on short notice. He told me he did tell me that.
Oh wow! But
on
that, yeah.
Huh? I
said, the deal on that when they do that.
They offered him because I think Alex Martin took the fight on a Thursday, and then they fought Saturday. I think Pete told me he was offered the fight on Wednesday night.
Jesus.
So that if he would have taken it, he would have had to have flown from South Florida to LA. Yeah, and fought McKinson on 3 days notice.
Oh hell.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, I told him that I think that if he would have fought him, that would have been a winnable fight. But Pete just fought Borrego. He's been kind of recovering from that fight. So listen, his time will come. Don't gotta take every offer that gets thrown your way. There'll be other offers.
Definitely there'll be more offers because he's gonna be coming. He's doing more than Calderon. I'll say that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Pete pretty much said. Pete said in our interview. That that Harold couldn't beat any one of his top 3 opponents, which would be Emmanuel Medina, Jose Miguel Borrego, and Jeremy J. Flash Nichols.
Yeah, I guarantee you when he sees it on your channel, he gonna comment on that.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, we were Pops. We were actually trying to get Harold to join us. I sent Harold an invite to join us. I don't know if he saw it or not, but he did.
Yeah, he probably fucking punked out. I'm sorry to say, live on here, he punked out.
Who knows? Who knows? But
yeah,
I'm sure he'll hit me up in a few days about it. But shout out to everyone here.
We're talking about local fighters.
Yeah, my bad. If you guys don't know what the fuck we're talking about local fighters. But you guys will see videos of all these things on the channel. But drop some questions. We here. It's the Untouchable True School Sports Empire. Getting in some. So it's a chill night. Before the live fight reactions tomorrow. Make sure you guys don't make no plans and join us for the live fight reaction tomorrow. Super chat. Keep supporting the channel. It's been a really good month here on True School Sports. It's been a bit of a weird week because of the travel from LA back to here, and then I've been burnt out. So I've had to take a couple of days off just to recuperate. But starting Monday, going right to the Salas gym. We're going to watch Sparring, going to watch getting these interviews, right back to it.
If I get my taxes like I was supposed to get soon, I'm hoping I get them soon. Then I can get some gas and go. I really want to go see interviews. Buy me a phone and interview Stacey McKinley and do all this other stuff. So yeah. So
don't tell me to buy you a phone, pal. Because if I buy you a phone, it's going to be an iPhone, right?
No. I'm going to get
You get an iPhone. If I'm buying you a phone, you get an iPhone.
Yo,
the crazy thing is, if you had an iPhone, you would it's so much more simple than what you're using. What you're using is actually more complicated. An iPhone is simpler.
I know, Brandon, but Brandon, who are you talking to?
It's simple. It's simpler than what you use.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
I actually have a harder time using your phone than you do when you use my phone.
Yeah, you're right, but yeah, so once I get everything right, that's my game plan. Start going to the gyms over here.
Yeah, see, Ron letting you know. He says, yep, iPhone Pops. Exactly.
Man, they be watching me here and they say, damn, Pops be struggling, boy. Hey, I tried. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Pops doesn't want to conform. He wants to stay. Because look, y'all don't know this, but like the phone Pops got, it's cracked and the screen don't even be working. That's why sometimes when he's on the live, it be clicking him out and clicking me in because the screen's all messed up. So
and the tablet that I got, my daughter cracked it. So sometimes when you say I'm pressing the button, it's not me. It's just a sensor thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just be patient, Brandon. God is good.
Absolutely. You see. That's what I'm doing. We getting the $40 joint, break proof. We making sure.
Yeah.
Valiant as Burchell or Nakatilia, Valdez Stevenson. Now Burchell Nakatilia, that's right here in Vegas tomorrow. Decent fight. Nakatilia has the reputation for being a big puncher, although he didn't really get to show any of it when he fought Shakur because Shakur shut him down. But it's a good fight. Considering that both fighters are punchers, I'm gonna lean slightly towards Burchell. But you just never know where a guy like Burchell will be at after a big knockout loss like he had against Oscar Valdez. So we'll see. Valdez Stevenson, you already know the deal. I'm going with Shakur. I think Shakur got that one in the bag.
I think it's his time. It's Stevenson's time to come in his prime. It's time for him to shine even more now. Excuse me, guys. And for Burchell at 135, I think it's good too.
Hyro says, yo, BT, we need to upgrade your phone to no bitch ass button. You need that 3 cameras. Yeah, man. Well, hey, Hyro, you make bank, bro. Hook a brother up. If it means that much to you, champ.
Yeah, you crazy, brother.
It means that much to you, champ. Upgrade. But yeah, let me see. What else is there going? I mean, what else there in boxing?
I like when you honor your word on that girl.
Oh yeah, Tara. Yeah, I mean, listen, man.
You gotta get that work in.
Get the what?
Get the workout in again. Get back to working out, but it's hard.
I've been working out the last 2 days. I ran today. I actually ran Vegas today. I ran from here to Old Town Las Vegas.
In the heat?
In the heat, in the middle of the day. Yup.
You better drink some water.
I'm doing it again tomorrow. I felt great though. Felt great.
Okay.
Nice dry heat. They got hills in Vegas too, so the runs are actually a little tougher.
Yo, Angelo Leo looks good, man. I was watching him on his Instagram post the other day. He looks stronger too, Brendan.
Yeah, I mean, he said, shout out to Charlo. Yeah, BT versus push-ups. Yeah, Charlie. I ever since that video, I was watching that video. I'm like, man, you gotta get it together, BT. Get it together. Clean up your act. Oh, what does Charlie say? Give these bras something to look at. So that's what I'm doing, Charlie. I'm going to a wedding in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna work out as much as humanly possible, so I look as good as possible for those wedding pictures. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting married, but my friend is.
Yeah. God bless you, Charlie.
Can John Ryder beat Canelo? Listen, any man can be beaten tonight. I know people are gonna write off John Ryder, but the reality is this, man. John Ryder, from my perspective, John Ryder beat two of Canelo's best wins that people want to hype up, like Jacobs and Callum Smith. He beat both of them. Obviously, you favor Canelo because he's pretty much the better version of John Ryder. But it's an intriguing fight because it's like Canelo's fighting in a way kind of like himself. Ryder's a stockier guy, physically strong, can box. Normally Canelo fights these tall, lanky boxers, or it's just a different challenge, and I like the fight. I like the fight because I think Ryder don't got a whole lot of power, but Ryder can box, Ryder can move, Ryder is physically strong, Ryder likes to get in the trenches, and we haven't really seen too many fighters like that with the Canelo in recent memory. So I'm listen, if that fight is to happen, I'm not going to be the one to shit on that fight. A lot of people will. They'll say it's a cherry pick, but that's because that's just because they don't know boxing. The reality is that John Ryder is one of the better 168 pounders out there. That's reality.
Yeah, I mean that big, but I mean I still can't get up. I'm still thinking about what you just told me about McGinn and Jacobs. After that,
is that still in your mind? Talk about it. Talk about it.
I'm just kind of upset because Jacobs didn't do nothing when he went across the pond and kicked this guy's butt or nothing. And for Hyman McGee, they want to make him this star that he's not. Obviously, he's not because he's not stepping up to fight the levels of fighters. So it just pisses me off. So anytime you mention Jacobs now, I think about that.
But McGee is fighting a guy that fought Canelo.
Well, what's your point?
My point is that if this fight gets made, that's how it's going to be marketed, and that's going to go over very well with the Mexican fans, whether you like it or not.
Oh my Lord! Okay,
just tell. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth.
Well, what happened to him? First, the Jamal thing didn't fall through, and then you expect Hamid McGee to. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm tired of McGee. I'm tired of it. I'm tired.
Hold on, luckily for you, you're tired. That's good. It's good you're tired because we got a super chat. So you guys know the deal. Shout out to Baki Hamna. When the super chats come out, so does Don King. So Don King, talk to him.
Hey everybody, let's have some fun. You don't live but once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. It don't matter whether you're young or old. Let the good times roll.
And let the good times roll. We will here on True School Sports, just like my main man, the big bad booty daddy.
The bump and grind, and it's only a matter of time because he called me the big bad booty daddy.
There you go. Shout out to Baki Hamla, longtime viewer of the channel. We appreciate your support, champ. He says, "What's up, BT and Pops? Let's push for Rashidi Ellis versus David Avanesyan, since Conor Ben is looking at Bronzer instead." Who's Bronzer?
Wow.
I don't know who Bronzer is, but listen, Baki, I don't know if you caught what I said earlier, but earlier today on Instagram, I did an Instagram interview. You know what, Pops? I like these Instagram interviews. I might start doing more of these Instagram interviews and just post them. I like them. They're fun. But you know, I interviewed a welterweight. I don't know how familiar you are with him, but I interviewed a welterweight named Pete Dobson, Pistol Pete Dobson. I believe he's like 17-0 or something like that. Good welterweight, beating some good opponents, high risk, low reward type guys. Not big names, but guys that nobody's jumping up to fight and look good against them. And he actually revealed in our interview today that David Avanesyan got sent an offer to fight him, and Pete signed a contract, and the fight never happened. So I would like to see Pete versus David Avanesyan. You know, Avanesyan's very physically strong. Pete's physically strong too, but Pete's got a little bit more dimensions to him. He can box, he can move, he can be a volume puncher. He's got heavy hands. He gives fighters those slow, methodical beatings. So I like that fight a lot. I think that fight would tell us a lot about Pete and where he's at in the welterweight division, and it would also tell us a lot about Avanesyan fighting a guy who's is as experienced as Pete is, you know, with the style that he's got, you know. So I want that fight, but you know, if Rashidi Ellis can get the fight, that's good too. You know, Ellis is someone that has been long overlooked and isn't getting the credit he deserves as one of the top fighters in this weight class. A lot of that is due to a very poor promotional situation with Golden Boy Promotions. So hopefully his career can get rectified and change soon, because you know, we want to see more Rashidi Ellis on our TV screen.
Yeah, we don't know how much.
What do you think, Pops?
Yeah, I think. I think I'm pissed off on Golden Boy because they only, again, another promoter, they only want to promote who they want to promote on the bias agenda to who they want, and not the real talented fighters that they should be promoting also on the stable. And for me, I just pray to God that his contract is almost up, so somebody else can give him the open up that avenues that he had in the beginning with Golden Boy.
Yeah, absolutely. And he said he meant Broner. Well, then he's not even trying. But Ben's look, Broner's the fight that I want to see for Conor Ben. And they're not even looking that way. They're over here fighting Chris Van Heerden. And then, you know, Eddie Hearn's obvious logical response is, well, he's okay for Gerard Ennis, but he's not okay for Adrian, for Conor Ben. No. When Ennis fought Van Heerden, I didn't want to see that shit either. To be honest with you, I thought it was a waste of time. So if it was a waste of time for Gerard Ennis, and it's an extra waste of time for Conor Ben. Conor Ben needs real fights.
I mean, the way he's talking, he might as well. I mean, that's how you gain your, you gain your rank and respect. Not getting it from me.
Yeah, Harold wants to know, who do you guys got for Martinez versus Warrington? I won't be watching the fight, but I'll be watching you guys. Now, that's a great question. I'll let Pops answer that one first. Who you got tomorrow, Pops? Warrington or Kiko Martinez? I was a big fan. I was a big fan of Josh Warrington. I think he's got through the years. He's got a little bit big-headed. I think the one of the fights that really pissed me off at Warrington when he turned down the I don't know if it was Lee Wood or something. I forgot what fight it was he was supposed to get, and he said no, blah 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 blah. But I like Kiki Martinez. It's 5 years to the spring match, and I want Kiki Martinez to beat the shit out of Warrington. Okay, so who are you picking? You didn't answer my question.
Martinez.
So you're going to Kiko?
Yeah, I just told you I don't even if the facts are the Warrington's a better fighter, he's gonna do whatever he's gonna do. I'm going with Kiko. Kiko got the IBF title. I want Kiko to go ahead and beat the shit out of Warrington only because, and I'm probably wrong. I'm going with the wrong way. I'm thinking about him having big headed, Josh Warren, and being emotional about that shit. But the reality is, most likely people got Warrington the favorite, but I'm sticking with the champion, Kiki.
Now, Pops, I got a question for you. In the event that Warrington wins the fight tomorrow, are you ready for Eddie Hearn to say Josh Warrington versus Lee Wood is a massive fight? Are you ready? Are you ready to hear that tomorrow, Pops?
That man, Eddie Hearn's the best salesman. He can sell shit on a platter.
You know, Eddie Hearn. Hey, Pops, you know, I've been hanging around Sean Zattel, and we do little impressions. And here, you know, he's got a great impression of Eddie Hearn, but like this is my new updated impression of Eddie Hearn. I want to see what you think about it. So this is Eddie Hearn talking about Canelo Alvarez being a global superstar. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Canelo Alvarez is a global. he's like Canelo is a global star of the sport. I mean, fuck me, mate. Could you imagine Canelo fighting John Ryder, 18,000 at Wembley Stadium? I mean, fuck me, mate. I mean, Floyd Mayweather. Because Floyd never fought America, so Eddie Hearn's gonna use that to his advantage to promote Canelo. He's gonna say, "Fuck me, mate." Floyd Mayweather was a great fighter, but let's be real, he never fought outside of America. So can we really say he's a global star? Can't say he's a global star.
Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, that's good.
I gotta get Sean. Sean does it better than me. Sean got that shit down pat. No, he does it better than me. My Eddie Hearn ain't as good as Sean to tell, but yeah, man. Shout out to Lance. He says Pops and BT the best boxing duo on YouTube. Thank you, champ. We appreciate all the support, guys, man.
God bless you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, spot on herd impression. Well, I'm trying, man. I'm trying, but man,
that's
you know funny. How he is. He's like he's a global star of sport. A global star of the sport.
A massive fight.
I mean, could you imagine Canelo at Wembley Stadium? I mean, fuck me, mate.
Yeah. Oh my lord. Yeah, I see he's got it. I see he got that girl again fighting on a second card all of a sudden. So, Nicholas, whatever her name is,
Sky Nicholson.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, she's one of the fighters that Eddie Hearn's trying to make it to a star for women's boxing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's Johnny's girl. Johnny, you want to come on and say some words about Sky Nicholson?
Sky Nicholson. I ain't got no words.
He ain't got no words. Johnny's speechless.
Well, I mean, he's moving up like real quick. Like,
up,
Jesus. How you doing, man? God bless you and your family. God bless you.
Yeah. Could you imagine Canelo, a global star of sport? I mean, fuck me, mate. That's what he's gonna say. That's exactly what he's gonna say.
I'm telling you, he can sell shit on a platter and still make a sale.
Shout out to my guy Dean. Dean says, "What's up, Johnny?"
Oh, Dean, what up, Dean?
Yeah, he said, "What's up?"
Now he says, Hyro says, if Crawford goes to PBC, I'll pick him to beat Spence. No, you won't, Hyro. You want that Spence. You want that Spence high train. Keep that same energy, Hyro. Keep that same energy. Imagine what Hearn would say if he actually made a big fight. Man.
Oh my God. I mean, it'd be funny if you walk.
Well, you can't say that. You can't say that because he did make a big fight. He made Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. He made the biggest. He made Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, which is the biggest fight in women's box history. Which means that it's like the 8,902nd biggest fight in the history of boxing. Maybe.
Well, we'll see. He's a good salesman, that's for sure. I'm gonna say like that. But, what's it?
Let me see. Baki says, them Virgil Ortiz fanboys always trying to lie about when it was Golden Boy who turned the fight down. Listen, man, we need to see some paperwork on Virgil Ortiz. If we had to ask for paperwork on Spence, we keeping that same energy with Virgil. You know, I know it sounds like a dickish thing to say, but the way I see it, he ducked Michael McKinson because all of a sudden, right? He had weight problems in the past. He fought these older faded guys. But all of a sudden, he finally fights. He's going to fight an undefeated southpaw, young and hungry, just like him. And all of a sudden, he's not a welterweight no more. That's of a crazy. Sudden.
Yeah.
So we need to see some proof that he had that condition. BT, you should get that Sean to tell haircut. Absolutely not. And I couldn't even if I wanted to. Let me see. I heard Earl Spence failed a drug test. A lot of these guys fail drug tests. You know, like Canelo, who is a global star of the sport.
He ate that cow meat. What do you think? He ate that cow meat. What do you think?
Yeah. Eddie Hearns, he's my buddy because he picks up slack from PBC, but he's looking for them opportunities for the bias. Yeah, I mean, look, Eddie's a great promoter. I like Eddie. I just wish he would make certain fights happen.
Yeah.
2 belts are better than 1. I'm going for Spence. 116, 112 UD to beat Crawford. Absolutely not.
You put some moyo on your pizza, man.
West Coast Boxing says, Baki, I bet Virgil Ortiz will beat your ass. It's easy to talk shit behind a keyboard. What did he say about Virgil?
I have no clue.
I don't know, man.
I'll bet you guys Errol Spence will fight Canelo before he fight Crawford, though.
Johnny with them bold predictions. He says Canelo gonna fight Errol Spence before Errol Spence fight Crawford.
Fuck that big fish.
I mean, the big fish. He's on the verge of being a global star of sport.
Yeah, right. So what time are the fights tomorrow, Brendan? The live?
I don't know.
Tired now.
I'm on West Coast time, so my time is all messed up right now.
Shit, I know. So you let me know whatever. I'm getting tired though because I've been up all running around, Brendan.
Yeah, it's 11. You've been running around. So look, Pops, we won't hold you up much longer. We'll end the live, but before we end the live, Pops, is there any final message you want to give the fine folks out there before we end the live?
Stay tuned for tomorrow. Brendan will set up the time or whatever for the fights, and stay tuned for us. God bless. Thank you for the support every way you can.
No, absolutely. And what I'll say, guys, is I want to say thank you to everybody for the immense and the massive amount of support we've got this month from you guys. It's really just been a great month, and I know that this week's been a bit of a slower week because I've been resting a little bit, but starting Monday, back to the gyms, back to the grind. I did an interview today with Pete Dobson, so if you want to check it out before I drop it out on here, go to Instagram. It's on there right now. And keep supporting the channel. We'll be live tomorrow twice for Kiko Martinez Warrington and Tim Tszyu versus Terrell Boucher. Should be a great day of boxing. And thank you guys for also allowing us to hit 41,000 subscribers. We're shooting up quick. And that being said, you guys take care. Have a blessed night. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just Kid from Dang It. So until next time, take care, guys.
Yeah, guys.